Hello, thanks for joining us. My name is Tony Luongo. I'm the co-founder and artist at Smile, Create, Repeat. In this video, I'm going to take you through inking a comic from the pencil drawing that we've already done all the way through the finished picture using just a random assortment of brush pens with varying colors. It's going to be fun, and as the picture comes to life, let us know in the comments what you think the story is behind this picture. But before we get started, hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss any of these great videos. Thanks again for watching. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Hello, welcome to another episode of the Smile, Create, Repeat demonstration video. We're using supplies from the August 2020 surprise, but it's just really just a bunch of brush pens, different colors, and we're going to see what we can make. I have this multimedia paper. The type will be in the description. And I used a Kimberly 5H pencil to do the sketch on it. The only thing you want to think of when you're using a pencil graphite that hard is you don't want to push too hard because it might gouge the paper and then you'll have grooves and valleys, and it'll just ruin your paper. So we're gonna get started here. Let's see what we start with, the pink. So let's get going. I'm using the brush tip, and these are fun because you can do fine lines or you can do bold fat strokes. Yeah, and a lot of these pens, if you go over what you just did, it will make it darker. So it's like you can layer it to, well, just to make it darker. And if you have some of the lighter colors, because the colors are all different, that will make it darker for you. And you can see I'm using the side of the brush, which is kind of cool with these because you can, like I said, you can get big coverage areas with how low you get the brush to the paper. This is a funny brush because it is showing each layer, each pass. I guess it's each pass with the pen is showing, so you would want to keep that in mind too when you're painting or coloring it in. So if you want to use that pattern, maybe you could follow the contour of the whatever you're drawing, just to make that a little more interesting. And now I'm going to be doing, and when I, whoops, look at what I just did. When I ink the drawings, I like to have thick and thin lines. And sometimes they're arbitrary. It's just, I just move the pen up and down and see what happens. But there's some good lines there. And it's going to take practice with how the feel of the brush, and each one's going to be different. Like the felt tip, like most of these are. Versus maybe a nylon. Some of the ones have nylon bristles. So, okay, so I think that's it. This is going to be a laptop, but I don't really want to draw each key, so I'm not. And then you can see these broken up lines are because I'm going to be drawing the light shining from the monitor, and that's going to be breaking through there. So this is just dark over the top of it, and I'm going to do a couple layers of it because I want that to be dark. So I want it solid up top and then kind of scratchy, almost dry brush there to show it coming over the top of this guy's head. And then I'm also going to and you need to practice so you get a feel for how you do the best job. Because you saw at the beginning I went from fat to bring it up to thin, but then I think I've noticed in doing these that I do a better job going from thin to fatter lines. Yeah, that was a better one. That was a bad one. And I'm trying to make that darker going to light. And then I go in and I have to adjust that a little bit, that's fine. Okay, now I'm gonna go to, this is a dual tip pen, so that's pretty cool. And I'm going to go in and draw just the frame of this comic that I'm working on. Here's another one, brush marker, Karen, I'm not sure, and I'm okay. Well, let's see. And you can layer these, and of course you'll get different colors, because as they blend, so that was just making lines, trying to keep a consistent width of it, but it also okay if it doesn't stay completely perfect. And now I'm just, these are small lines that I need here, so it's a lot of control with the brush pen to really just almost like I'm tickling the paper. But it's neat if you practice, even just doing that in your sketchbook, seeing how fine a line can I make with this pen, with this pen, with a pen in general, with a brush pen I mean. And so this pattern, what I was thinking when I did it is I'm just trying to, these are jagged, so not soft and cuddly, and maybe it's a little angry or aggressive, or I don't think aggressive, but angry. So maybe that's what these are showing. I hope you're all doing well, staying safe during this crazy time. And I hope that these videos help you have a little fun while you're staying home and while we're going through all this. So that's really one of the big reasons we're doing this, is just so we can have fun as families and together. So I hope you are, and continue to do so. So this is the blue from this darn laptop screen that just never seems to turn off. Always working. I like that line right there, how it was really thin, fatter, and then I really like that line, how it was very thin and then got really fat, and it wasn't really conformed or smooth. Just kind of did what it did. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to overlap the gray over the blue, and I think that should blend it a little bit. And at least the overlaying of it will darken the dark blue anyway. And that's a fun thing to do, is if you're just playing in your sketchbook, try that. Try blending these colors. And then I think I mentioned at the beginning, see it's getting darker right there, just going over the same color. Gotta fill the coffee cup. Thank you very much, and remember to smile, create, repeat.